Here with head football coach Steve Johnson. And coach, today's your final day of spring ball with the Bethel football team. Talk about what it's been like to get back on the gridiron and get back together as a group after last fall.
You know, the spring ball format is really conducive to great teaching, and I think for our players, it's a time where they get back together, kind of, you know, doing what we do. I believe that I guess the people that it most impacts are the freshmen, because when they came in, you know, in August, they had all kinds of things in their mind. They're trying to pay attention, but they're learning all new things. Well, when you say, you know, 46 counter, that didn't mean that much to them then, and now it means a lot to them. And so the language is really a neat part about that we get to do at this point in time, to where that just gets kind of revitalized. And the same is for the older guys, but I think it's especially great for the freshmen. And it's kind of, you know, we're missing those seniors and those guys, and we miss them a lot. But it also is the first kind of taste of, you know, what it looks like without them. You know what I mean? Not just mentally. And so, you know, it really is. It's a great time to be together and do the things. And we've got a neat format where we go at night, and the guys just have a blast with it. Coaches are yawning and trying to get to bed, but it's pretty cool.
Well, obviously, you know, it's a different mentality, but you don't go with the full pads, you go with shorts. Do you structure practice differently during the spring, and what are you trying to get out of it because of that?
Well, you really have to do a great job teaching, which is amazing. So I love it for that. I think it's a little crazy that we don't have helmets on, because, you know, when you go ride a bike, you wear a helmet, for Pete's sake. And so we're limited that way. At the same time, Jared, there's a great piece to it that makes the kids or the players pay attention to details, and it doesn't. Sometimes when you're full pads and you haven't done that in a long time, you just go crazy. And so the hitting and the craziness of what's happening might get in the way of, you know, kind of feeling it. And so we've had a real big emphasis on the fundamentals that are great to our reads and our alignment and all the different pieces, that those get reinforced, so that they're just, we just kind of have a saying where it's like your read steps are like breathing. You don't even think about it, you're doing. And so it really does lend to that. And, you know, it probably bothers the players because they want to run. And it's a little harder for coaches too, because a few things that we want to look at, little tweaks in what we do, you don't really see it, you know, in real life. So that would be the only drawback. But I think overall, I really kind of like it. But I'd probably be in a minority if you pulled all the D3 coaches.
Do you feel like this spring ball really prepares you for fall camp? Does it give you kind of that vision for where you want to be next year, or is it kind of like you said, teaching, cleaning up, and making sure that the freshmen and underclassmen get accustomed to what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I think both. I think it's important to have. I don't think you can. I mean, it's almost silly to not do anything and then refresh. You know, when you think about basketball, they have, you know, they have open gym, and, you know, we have weight room type things, but that's not playing football. Well, open gym for basketball is playing, and so you need to do that a little bit. And so I think it's critical. It's you know, almost silly without it if you think of it. I think one of the neat things is that, you know, when we come to camp, the excitement is great. Part of that's fall, but I think most of it is that you just can't play football every day. And basketball, you can have had a great game yesterday and hanging out and playing basketball yesterday, and start, you know, real basketball today. And football, it's just different. So.
Well, as we kind of wrap up the spring season and think about the fall, what's the vision? What's the message to the players as they kind of go into the rest of the school year in summer, as you kind of look forward to fall 2016?
Well, you know, our couple things that we're talking with our guys about, and this is an everyday deal, but we want to hold the rope for one another, and we kind of know what that means in our program. And sometimes you're holding it, sometimes you need it held for you, and you don't really get to choose who's holding it or who's doing that thing. And so it's kind of, it's part of that. Just we want a group of guys that love the Lord, love football, love each other, and you know, you hold the rope for one another, and you're high-fiving, but you're also, our expectations are high. And so that's part of it. And then, you know, we're getting ready to be a group of guys that play fast. So those fundamentals that we're talking about, it's critical that we really know what we're doing, because you can't just go play fast if you're not sure what you're doing. And so we're working real hard to make sure that our tempo is higher in that way, so that we can do the best that we possibly can, and then be better than we are.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to a great fall coming up. I hope this spring has been great for you guys, and thanks for the time.
It's been great. Can't wait.
Thanks, Coach.